What is popping in my job in my Bagel Bites? It is Mr. Bagel Bites here, bringing you another deck profile video. We took Shanks this week, the locals, and we went undefeated again. 4-0. We played, it was Lim. No, I'm sorry. It was Black Purple Luffy round 1, then Lim, then Shanks, then Dolphy in the finals for round 4. Like, and I just obliterated. Like, it felt so good. I really think I might have solved Shanks. I really like how this brew performed. Let's go ahead and get into it real quick. Obviously, Shanks the leader. Played for Otama. Really good 2k counter. Also lowers by 2k attack when she's played, which is pretty cool. The target. We played 3 oh my gosh, Hongo. Sorry, I just always dropped him as a 2k. He doesn't see play. He's a 2k. Same thing kind of with Lime Juice. Like, sometimes Lime Juice comes in because he's kind of cool, but he's mostly a 2k. Yeah, is what it is. We played for the Rush Zoro. He felt so good. I would like build up to like my 10 Dawn turn and then just go Zoro, and then into Kid Killer. So I'd get him on 2 because I'd be like Shanks, swing, and then I'd be like Zoro for 5, and then they're like, okay, that was pretty scary. I'm down to 2 life by this point on the 10 Dawn turn, and then I'm like Kid Killer for 7 in, and they're like, oh, Dolphy was just taken aback. 4 and 4, like, this was so good. I loved it. I played this like classic red type stuff, and it felt so good. I played 3 of the Lucky Roo. I wanted to have blockers in here, plus this is removal because it pops a 6k base on KO, which is really cool. So a lot of times I'd end up attacking with the Lucky Roo depending on cards they have in hand. Like, I had to do it against the Lim, so I just like swung in for 5 to get rid of his 1k that he had in hand. I think it was like a Sanji, so we couldn't like play that, so we were behind. The Lim game was rough. I almost lost that, but we just had enough gas to keep going. And then to come with that, we also play 3 of the Silver Israeli. Nice 1k, which is cool, just like the Lucky Roo. But then you also get to draw cards. You draw them in trash, and then a 6k blocker with Shanks. It's kind of like a 7k blocker, which is really cool, because that definitely came up. Played 4 of the Ben Beckman. Absolutely goated card. Ben Beckman's so good. Popping a 6k is just really strong, and then being 7 is like a really good cost with 7k power. Like, it just felt really good. A little bit controversial, but I really liked it. I played 2 Silvers really. I don't really like 4, and I wanted to try something to see how much I liked it, because this 8k power I don't really care for it, but I do like it only costing 8. So we did try something a little different, and I'll show that as we go further. This could definitely be 3. This could definitely be 4. I like 2 personally, because I like having the extra. I'm playing a bit more aggro with these lower cost characters, so I can swing more, and I can't ever Zoro and like Rayleigh, so I kind of liked having like a little bit lower to the ground and then being able to have like these rush characters more. But we also played 3 Dragon, who I liked a bit better than Rayleigh, to be honest, because I'm not playing a lot of like pop cards in that sense. Like, I'm not playing like the Marco or anything like that pops anything on play, or like, I don't think anyone plays Pell, but like I considered it for a minute. But Dragon was insane. The rush, giving the 2 to Shanks, making him a 7, and then having this 9 on top of anything that would be left over from the previous turn, just always felt insane. We played 2 Newgate. Man, this was so cool. Making Shanks a 7k for an extra turn, minus the 1 from his ability, essentially making him an 8k, and then like, so like I'd be like, Newgate, and then follow up with another big one on the next turn, so I have like a 7k Shanks going in, like, plus a bunch of 2ks in hand, and then like just having a rush plus this guy if you need to pop cards with a 10k unit. Newgate overperformed. I really like Newgate. 4 of the 10 cost rush Shanks. The minus 1k is really strong. It's just really good. Plus rush for 12 is just such a big number in this game. And minusing 1k on everything your opponent has at all times. Just a really solid ability. We played the 1 Goldie Roger. I could probably even cut this. This could become a Rayleigh. I wouldn't mind that. The zero life thing didn't really come up because we're not playing any of the Sanjis, which I kind of considered, but I like the Kid Killer package with 4 Zoro more, so I cut that for the Kid Killers and stuff, and then this could be swapped, but I do like that he has Rush. He's a 13k, and if they do have blockers that you haven't taken care of, which I'll show you how we take care of most of our blockers, he's really good. I really liked, I didn't really care for him, rather. Like, he's cool, he's 13, but, like, he didn't really come up. But this is the package I liked so much. So he played 1 guard point. This could be one of the other cards I'm about to show, or could be something else, could be, Aurelia or something too, but I really liked having this, or Kit Course, but I think that guard point is really good, because, like, it's essentially a 1-cost 4k with Shanks, because you can -1 and then give him 3, and then if you do reveal it off top, you can give him 1,000 for a trigger if you don't have the Dawn, which does come up, which did come up once, because I had dropped 10 for this Shanks. They swung in. I was going to take 2 attacks. This popped off, gave him the extra 1k, so he was 6 on top of his, like, ability, and the -1k from this Shanks, which was pretty cool. So it does come up a little bit. It could even be Radical Beam. I don't mind Radical Beam. It's just with 5 life leaders, I like it a little bit less, since we're not taking our own life with no Sanji, so we don't, like, worry about that. 4 of my favorite card for just, like, the last 2 years. Red Hawk. I've been memeing about how Red Hawk has been looking for a deck for, like, I don't know, like, over a year and a half now. Like, it's a big meme at my locals that I'm, like, a big Red Hawk enjoyer, and, like, this deck is just perfect for Red Hawk. So, like, they'll just swing in, you'll minus something on their board to 4k, and then just pop it with Red Hawk for 2 Dawn, and then, like, Shanks goes to 9, possibly 10 with ability, so they're just not getting over it very easy. So, like, I love Red Hawk. And then the other thing we paired this with, I told everybody I was playing 7 Red Hawk this local. And I kind of did. So we played 3 of this funny card. There's no way you can defeat me. So I don't think there's no way you can defeat me. I'd leave up 3 Dawn. And they'd be like, what in the hell? Like, Red Hawk's only 2. So we played this. So this is really cool. So you don't need to minus a grand from anything with Shanks for this card, because it pops a 6k. It's just like Lucky Roo, where Lucky Roo pops a card on KO, this pops a card as a counter. So a lot of the time they'll, like, play cards in weird order sequencing, and this will just throw them off for the rest of the game, because they won't know how to sequence to play around not only 4 Red Hawks, but also 3 There's No Way You Can Defeat Me. So if you're able to leave up the 3 Dawn, which is a little rough because it's off curve, but if you have, like, the Zoros, and you're on, like, 8, or they make you go first, and you're on, like, a 3, and you don't want to swing 8, but you have this, you can pop their blockers if they just have sitting. Like, I popped the 6-cost Dofi, or the 6k Dofi that was in Lim. I popped a Boa that they played off of Jinbei in Dofi. Like, because of 6k base, so even if they pump damage onto it, it still pops it just like Lucky Roo. This card overperformed. Big fan of There's No Way You Can Defeat Me. Plus, like, the mental games that this plays after you play it alongside Red Hawk in this deck, absolutely broken. I didn't want to play 4, so that's why this one's a guard point, because I wanted a low-cost one as well that I could play off-curve with, like, either the Whitebeard, and I like guard point a little bit better than, oh my gosh, Radical Beam, because we're not taking our own life. So I really like this build. I think it's really good, but let me know what you think down below. If you have any questions, make sure to hit me with it, like, subscribe. I am posting deck lists on the community page now, so if you're a member of any tier, you can start at 99 cents. You can get, like, special deck lists. This will be up there, picture, like, the typed out versions too of some of them. For Yu-Gi-Oh, Edison, Yu-Gi-Oh, and One Piece is going to be on there. I've been posting stuff, so make sure to check that out. Super appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. And yeah, as always, catch you later.